homosexuality. Now, before I break down this singular scene, I want to quickly show you the following scenes that are connected to it. So, first we are shown this scene. Then we are shown Beyonce entering in a new outfit with her new age gun on her leg. And finally, we are shown Beyonce putting her new age gun to his head. Now, as I showed you earlier, Beyonce is playing the role of Cupid or Eros, and she has come to liberate this hooded man, or to release him from his fears of expressing his homosexual desires. Now, his fears that are keeping him bound, which is being symbolized by the rope that's tying him to that chair, well, the fears that are binding him are subliminally being suggested to us by his attire and by Beyonce's attire as well. First, let's deal with his attire. He is wearing a hot pink blazer. Remember, pink is symbolic of attraction to the same sex or simply being homosexual. The hot pink blazer is symbolic of him being a flaming fag. Now, I do not approve of that term because it is very offensive. However, that is exactly the point. This man is fearful of coming out the closet and expressing his homosexuality because he is fearful of being called offensive names such as that one. Secondly, observe the color of the rope that is tying him to the chair. Notice that it is yellow. Well, in Nazi Germany, this symbol of a star made by two overlapping triangles, one being pink and one being yellow, this symbol was used to distinguish the Jews that were sexual offenders, most of which were homosexuals. And these Jewish prisoners that wore this symbol, these colors, they were looked upon as the lowest forms of human beings. This as well is one of the fears that is keeping this man in the closet with his homosexuality. The fear of being looked upon as a low form of human being. And lastly, take a close look at the front of Beyonce's outfit. Notice that on her t-shirt is the face of an alien wearing the male and female symbols as earrings. These figures are symbolic of the fears that Beyonce is coming to liberate this man from. With her new age pistol, Beyonce is symbolically liberating this man from the fear of being looked at or being treated like he is an alien because he chooses to live his life like a female in a male's body. This is all sick and twisted, but this is what this scene is all about. And this is what the devil is using Beyonce to subliminally implant in your mind and in the minds of millions of unsuspecting youth. And finally, to finish off this section, take a look at this scene. Now we can see the entire bodies of our two hooded men. And what do we see? One has on a white belt and the other has on a pink belt. The one who is wearing the white belt is wearing his jeans on his waist, while the one who is wearing the pink belt is sagging his jeans below his waist. I'll let you do the math on that one for yourselves. But here's the ultimate point here. Pink, as you have learned, is a symbol of the same-sex attraction or of being homosexual. But you may not know that white is used in the transgender flag in between the colors of pink and blue to symbolize being transgender or intersex. These are people that are hermaphrodites or that claim not to have any specific sexual orientation. And if you remember what I shared with you earlier, this type of sexual outlook is one of the deceptive doctrines of Dionysus. And this is the confusion that the devil is promoting through this video. In the book of Genesis chapter 1 and verse 27, the Bible says, "So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them." In Satan's attempt to confuse the natural order of sexual orientation that God created man with, he is subtly trying to carry out his sinister plot of destroying the image of God. And every organization and every celebrity and every individual that supports them are also uniting with the devil in carrying out his work to fight against God and to destroy his image. And finally, take a look at this scene. Beyonce is now seen with her female accomplice, Lady Gaga, an openly practicing bisexual and a gay rights activist. In this scene, they're both doing a dance routine that looks as though they are marching. But what are Beyonce and Lady Gaga marching towards? Apparently, they are marching towards this scene. But what is this scene symbolic of? Well, let's find out. First of all, notice that both of these ladies are wearing white. Now, earlier I showed you how white is used in the transgender flag to symbolize those that are transgender or intersex. But this is not what this color is symbolic of here in this scene. The color white is the effect of combining all the visible colors of the spectrum in equal proportions. Remember, the rainbow is the official flag of the gay rights movement. In this scene, white is symbolic of sexual or homosexual equality. Next, notice that these ladies are wearing different color shoes. Beyonce is wearing red shoes. Red is a symbol of sex, and as you learned earlier, red also is a symbol of revolution. This is the reason why both of these women have guns and are standing back to back. They are both united in a sexual revolution. And Lady Gaga is wearing yellow shoes. If you recall, the colors yellow and pink were used in Nazi Germany to distinguish Jewish homosexuals. The yellow in this scene is an expression of homosexuality. So now, what is it that Lady Gaga and Beyonce are marching towards? What they are marching towards is a sexual revolution which will produce equality for homosexuals. The same homosexual revolution that Obama was talking about when he opened up for Lady Gaga at the 2009 HRC convention dinner.
You will see a time in which we as a nation finally recognize relationships between two men or two women as just as real and admirable as relationships between a man and a woman.
And who do you think is behind this whole demonic perversion? The same powers that are behind every scene in this propaganda music video. The devil and his human agents that have fallen prey to his deceptions.